my name is Lesedi Dawn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hello. If you are a long-time subscriber that happens to be coming back, thank you so much for coming back. Your support means the world to me. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to choose a side hustle to add on as an additional income stream. So just a little bit of background. I started working at the tender age of 18, and to be quite frank, at no point did I ever have just one income stream. I don't know, that just never really sat well with me. I just liked the idea of having a little bit more control of how much I make. Fast forward, at 23, I had 3 jobs. I worked in 8 to 5 as an events coordinator, and I worked in the evenings probably from like 9 to 11 as a social media manager, and on weekends I spend most of my weekends coordinating weddings as well as private events. Now, I understand that this level of productivity or having multiple roles that you need to play out is not normal for most people. In fact, it's actually often a foreign concept. Some do it because they have to, some do it for other reasons that I will explain in this video. Let's first begin with why. Why do people have so many multiple income streams, or why do they have more than one job? I've always known this to be a fact, and every time someone brings it up that I'm always working, I bring this up as my response. The average millionaire has 7 income streams. This maybe might be that extra kick or that extra motivation that you need to get on and with those income streams. You know, there's obviously benefits to having multiple income streams. Perhaps you are living within your means and you feel like you don't really need another income stream. I will share with you 5 ways in which you could spend your additional income should you not yet be inspired to have multiple income streams. Number 1, by having another income stream, you could use that money towards paying off debt sooner, whether it's credit debt or paying off your car sooner or paying off student loans. Perhaps you've always wanted to travel, but every time it's around that time of the year to travel, you've got no savings saved up because you are living paycheck to paycheck. Having an additional income stream means that you've got additional money to utilize for whatever goal you've set for yourself. So say that you want to go to one country a year, having that additional income stream could go directly into a savings account that is directly tied to a particular goal, such as a trip to Mozambique or a trip to Swaziland or a trip to Botswana, or I don't know where you are in the world, but like anywhere literally, depending on what the goal is, depending on how much that additional income stream can bring in for you. Perhaps you can set a goal to save 10,000 rands for the year, which means that you are literally saving just under 1,000 rands a month. Or you could say you want to save 20,000 rands, which means that you're saving close to about 2,000 rands a month. Now, if you have an additional income stream and it's tied to that particular goal, that goal starts to feel a little bit more tangible. The trip starts to feel a little bit more tangible. And I think honestly that is exciting. Don't you agree? Another reason why you might want to have an additional income stream, perhaps you've been looking to upgrade your phone to the latest iPhone. This then becomes that source of income that is tied to a particular goal, as a way of rewarding yourself for your hard work, or as an opportunity for you to use your money to gift yourself, or to use your money, your additional money, to buy yourself nice things. Maybe you want a camera, maybe you want a ring light, whatever it is that you want to buy, whether it be it tech, be it fashion, be it a trip, be it paying off debt, whatever your goal is, having an additional income stream goes a long way. If we know anything about the times that we live in, is that things change so fast, and the last thing you want is to find yourself in a situation that you could have never imagined. What would happen if the company that you work at decided to close down? That would leave you in a position where all of a sudden you aren't able to, number 1, take care of yourself. Number 2, if you have dependents, take care of them as well. And thirdly, just not be able to cover the roof over your head, buy food, whatever the case might be. Living costs are a thing, okay? It costs to be alive. So plan for rainy days, plan for the unfortunate. Not to say that we want these things to happen, but life does happen, and you want to just make sure that you have yourself covered. So having an emergency fund, again, goes a long way. whether you want to save for 3 months of living expenses. If you're working a 9 to 5, that tends to be sufficient. Or if you're an entrepreneur, I always tend to recommend 6 months to about a year, depending on how much you can really save up. That is the importance of an emergency fund. Another reason why you might look into having an additional income stream is perhaps to plan for future goals. Maybe you want to upgrade your car that you're driving now and you're trying to pay it off 2 years from now, but you know that you don't want to buy it through the bank. You could start saving towards that particular car by having a separate account and having an additional income stream that is directly tied to that particular goal. Or maybe you are looking to move out soon, but you do know that from your current budget you don't really have the means to save up for a deposit or buy furniture. You could get an additional income stream and use that money towards saving for those particular items or for your deposit for your new place. Also, maybe in future you want to buy a house. Houses aren't cheap. Saving up for a deposit is not cheap. Those transfer costs, those legal costs ain't cheap. So those are things that you want to think about. You want to be able to think ahead. Think about your goals that are 2, 3, 5 years from now and how you could potentially proactively begin to work and move towards them. That is the power of an additional income stream. Now that we've spoken about the benefits of having an additional income stream, let's talk about the how. Let's talk about how to choose the right side hustle for you. When it comes to choosing the right side hustle for you as an additional income stream, you're going to want to look at how much time you have to invest. Ultimately, we all only have 24 hours in a day, and the last thing you want is to find yourself feeling overwhelmed and dehydrated and just exhausted and burnt out from working your 9 to 5 to working evenings to working weekends to working during your lunch break. Like, it can get a lot. So you have to be practical here when it comes to choosing that right side hustle for you that could serve as an additional income stream. Be honest about how much extra time you have. Perhaps you only work a 9 to 5 and you've never actually taken on an additional side hustle. You could look into your evenings, perhaps sparing 1 or 2 hours a day. Ultimately, in a week, if you're just tying it to your Monday to Friday schedule, that means that you have 10 hours in a week to work with. Working from home is just taken all over the world, so you could leverage those extra hours that you would have spent sitting in traffic, trying to get from your house to your 9 to 5, and then again being stuck in traffic in the evening, trying to get home. Leverage those hours, put them together, that 1 hour in the morning, that 1 hour in the evening, and perhaps cutting down an hour or so in the evening that you'd be sitting and watching TV. And before you know it, you've got extra 4 hours in a day that you could dedicate towards your side hustle. I must say though, it really also helps to choose a side hustle that is almost like a passion project or monetizing your hobby. So choose something that you already enjoy. That way it does not feel like extra work, but rather like an outlet. If you're already working 9 to 5 and your brain is exhausted, you don't want to get home and do something that feels just as tedious as your 9 to 5 job might feel. You want something that is slightly different or complementing to your 9 to 5. Perhaps during the day, you're sitting on the desk the entire time, whether you're doing research or you're working in admin or you are, a lawyer or you are working, in the finance sector. You want to have a side hustle that is slightly different so that it does not feel like an extension of your workday. You want it to be a little bit fun. You want it to be an outlet. You want it to honestly be something that you enjoy doing. That way you are passing time by doing it, so it's helping you relax, but also you're making money from it. So try and choose something that comes naturally to you, something that you find exciting, something that you can spend hours and hours doing, because I tell you, there will be days that you're tired, okay? So you want it to genuinely be something that you love. Do you know what I mean? Let's talk about the realities of actually having a side hustle as an additional income stream. The truth is, you won't have as much time to sit down and watch TV as you thought. All of a sudden, your priorities begin to change. Instead of knocking off from your 9 to 5 and then, sitting on the couch until it's bedtime, you start trying to figure out how you can proactively utilize that time. Perhaps you now want to go for a walk because you know that's going to energize you and not necessarily drain you like sitting on the couch, because you know that in a few hours you need to obviously get to your side hustle, get to your evening job. So you want to then start shifting your priorities and shifting how you spend your time. It's insane how much we are able to catch up with television but aren't actively working towards improving our lives or developing ourselves or getting out of date or building wealth, and those things require our time. So it's important to just note that you will have to sacrifice something, probably a TV show if I'm being quite frank, probably two, but I promise you it will be worth it. You'd rather sacrifice your TV time by cutting out a show or two than to sacrifice your sleep. Obviously, given that if you are working a 9 to 5 and you are working the evenings on your side hustle, you are going to need your rest. Your rest is going to be important in order for you not to burn out. So instead of wasting your extra time by sitting down and watching TV for 4 hours, cut it down to an hour to a day. I promise after a week of doing this, it will begin to feel so natural that you'll begin to wonder, how did you ever do life differently? Overall, the key here is balance, and balance looks different for everyone. So you need to get to a point where you are able to articulate what balance looks like for you, because balance is a part of productivity. Rest is an essential part of your productivity as well. There is no limit to how many income streams you can add. Like I said in the beginning of this video, the average millionaire has 7 different income streams. I'm currently sitting on 5. I wanted to know, do you have any additional income streams? Do you have side hustles that you're working on? Let me know in the comment section. I'd really love to engage with you on this topic as we begin to grow our businesses, our careers, and work towards wealth creation. I want us to go on this journey together. So let me know in the comment section if you have any additional income streams or a side hustle that you've been thinking about or you're beginning to take steps towards bringing to reality. That's it from me today. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you are new here and you do enjoy this sort of content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can get more of this sort of good content that adds value to your life. Until next time, bye.